Hey guys, and welcome back to House Edge. How you doing, Bert?
Doing great, doing great. My bets were not doing that great this week, but move on to another week.
Yeah, we're moving on to week 5 of the NFL, week 6 college football. Um, let's start off straight up with our college plays. We got
Sure.
one common play here. We got Missouri. You're going to take it on the spread. I'm taking the money line. Missouri over Texas A&M.
Yeah, I mean, Missouri's the number 9 team in the country. I don't really care that they're away. You give the 3 points for the home team, right? That says
Yeah,
Missouri's only 1.5 favorite. I don't agree with that.
yeah. I think this Missouri offense is going to be too much for Texas A&M. I understand, the home field advantage, but this is one of the best teams in college football. Definitely a college football playoff contender against
Right.
the bottom half of the top 25.
Good quarterback. That's all you need.
Yeah. And for my second play, I'm going to go with Syracuse plus 6.5 versus UNLV. UNLV is in the news very recently this week or last week because their quarterback and running back leave the program due to NIL disputes. The quarterback was supposed to get 100K, work, and they only gave him
Yeah.
3K. That's great.
Yeah, I would be out of there so fast. That's like you go to work and they don't pay you for doing your job. You're gonna leave. You're not gonna stay there and continue doing your job. Um,
Yeah. So
the running back kind of funny that he just left that after he heard that somebody else was offered 100 and he's like, wait, I could probably make money somewhere else.
yeah. So yeah, on the loss of your, two of your biggest offensive weapons, I'm going to take the plus 6.5 with a Syracuse team led by Kyle McCord, who was at Ohio State last year and kind of was the scapegoat for that team. And the Syracuse defense looks good on paper.
Yeah, I did not know Kyle McCord was at Syracuse, but definitely like Syracuse to probably win outright in this game. I mean, UNLV probably rode on the coattails of their $100,000 quarterback.
Yeah. And then next up, I'm going to take Ohio State minus 20.5 versus Iowa. I just don't believe in this Iowa offense. And I think this is going to be the first time that new Iowa. I don't believe in this Iowa. Yeah, I don't believe in Iowa offense. And I think this is the first time that Iowa's defense this year is going to be tested against Ohio State.
Right. It's going to be the first test for the Iowa defense for sure. I haven't seen enough out of Ohio State to tell me that they're going to win by 3 touchdowns. I mean, they've struggled against a lot of teams this year.
Yeah, definitely looking for Ohio State to, on top of just win this bet, I need them to show up and, as my national champion pick, I need them to show up and do a big performance because we're getting big performances out of Texas, Georgia, and all these teams.
Yep, I'm trying to find
I mean,
something.
no, Alabama. Georgia
Yeah,
got the breaks beat off of them last week.
I'm trying to see Georgia almost came back in that game, which was well, I went to sleep near the end of it, and when I woke up and saw that Ryan Williams touchdown where he caught it, spun around in midair while catching it so that he's facing downfield and then made two elite Georgia defenders run into each other. That's crazy. And he can't
Um,
vote. He can't even vote this year.
ridiculous.
I'm trying to find Ohio State's record against the spread this year because I don't think it's very good.
I wouldn't be surprised. They've had some underwhelming.
Yeah. I'm having trouble finding. It looks like they're 2-2. All games 2-2, yeah. Which isn't that bad.
This
I
is the
thought
one,
they were doing worse than that.
this is the one where they show up.
Could be first big game for them. That rounds out your singles, right?
Yeah, that rounds out my singles. What you got for
All right.
single plays?
I'm going to this game, so that's kind of why I'm taking it. Penn State 27.5 point favorites over UCLA. Indiana went to UCLA and won this game by 30 points. So I think we're going to be able to take care of business in Happy Valley. Noontime game. I'll be there in the crowd. Uh, yeah, UCLA sucks.
Yeah, this was a stay away game for me, but that is very interesting that UCLA lost a home game to Indiana. I think we're a lot better than Indiana
Yeah,
by 30. Yeah, I might have to reconsider taking this one.
yeah. I think Penn State the last couple weeks, last week against Illinois, we were a much better team than the scoreboard said. All right. The first half, we let Illinois have their first possession, right? They went up 7-0 on us. And that kind of made me a little bit nervous. I said, oh, no, this team is moving it down the field. Our defense can't do anything, and that's supposed to be our strong suit. Second half, did not score a point. Rest of the first half did not score a point. And Illinois had scored on 45 straight possessions, something like that, dating back to like the middle of last year.
Wow.
Yeah, and our defense was the first one to stop them, and we basically shut them out after one drive.
Yeah, our Penn State defense has been playing very elite this year.
It almost always is an elite defense. Whatever we're doing on that side of the ball is
which
working.
Is crazy because that's not James' side. Recruits better for defense than he does offense.
That should say something about our program. And okay, if he allows our field goal kicker to kick any field goals this game, I will lose any little respect I had for James Franklin. I have never seen a kicker be 3 of 9 overall and still be kicking field goals. Do on-campus tryouts. You'll find somebody better than 3 of 9. I've never seen those numbers in college or NFL. I'm sorry to the kid, but like, bro, you suck. Stop kicking. Stop kicking.
We got to work it out. You're going to need a kick in the playoffs.
You need a kicker. You need a kicker. Find somebody else. He's 3 of 9. You gave him enough chances. 6 misses is unacceptable.
I don't think we have. I doubt that the program has multiple kickers on.
Bro, I remember going to rec fields and like there were some soccer players there that, you know, if you just got them to start kicking footballs, they could get 3 of 9. I'm serious. I think they actually could. All right, whatever. Moving on. We mentioned this team, Indiana, 13.5-point favorites over Northwestern. I think Indiana is kind of like Florida State was last year. They're a cash cow. 4-1 against the spread so far this year. Market hasn't caught up on them. They're a 5-0 Big Ten team who's ranked lower than Illinois, who has 1 loss. That kind of blows my mind. They might be elite. We don't know yet, and I'm going to treat them as they are, especially with Northwestern being as bad as they are.
Yeah, absolutely. I love his play.
Yeah, the game's in Chicago, but it doesn't make a difference for me.
I think there'll be plenty of traveling from
Indiana to Chicago. That's a very common, that's whatever. I'm not going to get into gun trafficking politics, but anyway. Clemson minus 14.5 over Florida State is my next play.
You just can't say you're not going to get into that. Move on.
Are the people talk shit about Chicago having too many guns? They just bring them from Indiana and Wisconsin. It's not Illinois' fault. All right. I live there. I understand how it works. All right. Moving on. Clemson 14.5-point 14.5-point favorites over Florida State. Florida State is so bad, man. It's crazy how a team went from crying that they didn't make the playoffs to losing every game handily. Every game.
Instead of, doing petitions, they needed to be on the recruiting ground.
Yeah, they needed to be recruiting, hit the transfer portal, because Clemson didn't hit the transfer portal, and they're going to beat the shit out of Florida State this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. I like it.
Anyway, that rounds out our single plays. I'll move into your parlay.
Yeah, for my parlay, I'm going to be taking 2 dogs. One of them I don't even really think should be a dog. I understand that they have some, bad offensive, abilities with Michigan money line over Washington. This team can't pass the ball. That's fact. I'm not even going to try to beat around that. But Washington isn't a team that can stop the run, and Michigan is willing to just try to run
every single play
and over
and
over again.
They'll just keep running right into you. I like this
Exactly.
play too. It's in my parlay.
And then I'm going to take Boston College. This is my cash cow. Boston College, Bill O'Brien, and what he's doing in that program. I'm going to take the money line over Virginia. They're a 3.5 point dog in that game as well. I'm going to take them on the money line plus 450 for the two
Did they
B's.
let you down last week?
They, I think they hit the teaser, but Miami messed
Oh,
it
it was
up.
on the teaser. Right. I didn't even look after the Miami miss. But yeah, Boston College has been a cash cow so far this year. I mean, beating Florida State in that opening game was a pretty big statement. The former number 10 ranked team in the country. Crazy to me. But my parlay, I'm also taking Michigan money line over Washington State. I'm taking Miami over Cal. I don't care that they have to travel. Cal is a terrible team. Cam Ward has proven that he's a Heisman contender. And last, I'm taking Ole Miss money line over South Carolina. Embarrassing loss to Kentucky last week, but I think this says more about Kentucky than it does Ole Miss now that they've beaten Ole Miss and played Georgia very close. They almost beat Georgia as well. So I'm going to take Ole Miss in a bounce back where they should be favored by a lot more over South Carolina. This puts me at plus 262.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I think Miami, with their scare last week, they'll be alert. They're not going to lose to Cal. Um, Michigan, I love that play as well. I mean, Ole Miss has got to show something. I hope they can bounce back and beat South Carolina.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
think South
favored by
Carolina's
10.
too stout. Yeah.
That's my biggest favorite. That I think Miami might be a bigger favorite that I took here, but Michigan's an underdog somehow.
Yeah.
I was looking for a couple stat patterns after taking that. All right, that rounds out the college football plays for this week. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next episode.